Start with Bay Area leaders and community members speaking out against the nationwide immigration raids set to begin this weekend. We have team coverage tonight.
We're going to begin with KPI X5's Christin Ayers, who joins us from Oakland City Hall, where protesters are convening right now. Christin?
Yeah, guys, hundreds of people gathered here this evening. This is one of hundreds of rallies across the globe tonight to draw attention to the plight of children who've been separated from their parents at the border. You can take a look here and see just how active and full the front of City Hall is right now. Activists say their message has taken on a new urgency in the face of targeted ICE raids expected this weekend in 10 cities. We confirmed that immigration attorneys have already received reports of ICE operations in Contra Costa and Santa Clara counties over the past few days. Organizers of tonight's rally say they want to send a very clear message to ICE.
We feel doing this type of vigil, it's an action vigil, puts the powers that be and the authorities on alert so that it deters them, because they then start going away. And that's what we want. We want them to stay out of our communities.
I want you to take some deep breaths.
An organization called Lights for Liberty, which is a human rights-focused coalition, is responsible for bringing together these rallies around the globe. They say there are about 900 of them tonight on 5 different continents. Reporting live in Oakland, Christin Ayers, KPI X5.
Earlier today, protesters also gathered outside the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Office in San Francisco. Mayor London Breed was in attendance, saying the city is standing by its sanctuary policy. She also reminded people of their constitutional rights when interacting with ICE agents, including the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney.
San Francisco stands behind our sanctuary city policy. We will support and stand by our immigrant community and continue to invest and provide resources.
All right, I am Wilson Walker live in Nevada, where there will be another vigil for the men, women, and children now held in detention centers along the southern border. Up across the North Bay, just like a lot of places in the Bay Area, a lot of anxiety about what might be coming this weekend for the folks who provide legal aid to anyone facing that uncertainty right now. Well, it's a lot of these red cards and a lot of reassurances.
The most important thing that people need to know is that they have rights, that there are constitutional rights that apply to them, even if they have legal status or they don't have legal status or they are U.S. citizen.
At San Rafael's Canal Alliance, the traffic never really stopped today. Immigration Services Director Lucia Martel-Dow says some of the adults and children here in search of legal advice have just passed through the detention centers on the southern border.
So those families are our newcomers are very, very afraid, because they may be a priority for for deportation, according to what the government said.
And that fear, ICE raids targeting people solely for their legal status, spreads out across this neighborhood.
And the majority of population are immigrants of different status. Not everybody is undocumented. There's different status, families with mixed status. But this neighborhood has seen, as I mentioned before, raids happening, previously.
It was 2007 and 2008 when immigration agents targeted the Canal District in a series of overnight raids.
All week long, INS agents have raided nearby homes and arrested many of these kids' mothers and fathers.
So for them, they know they're vulnerable because this has happened before.
So the red cards are going out and attorneys will be standing by. The message from counselors here: be informed.
It is on purpose. The administration is doing this on purpose. They really want to bring fear to the community. This is what they want to do. And we really want to tell everyone that what they need to have is information.
Now, just to be clear about the Canal District, there is no information that anyone has that neighborhood will specifically be targeted. We want to be clear about that. Just a neighborhood that clearly has experience with this in the past. Now, the Canal Alliance, just one of the groups that's lining up legal assistance in case things happen this weekend. They want to be able to respond, but just so much uncertainty about what might or might not happen. Again, one of the vigils for the folks in those detention centers set for the park right behind me here in Novato in the next hour. We are live in Novato. Wilson Walker, KPI X5.
We'll keep an eye on what develops with the ICE raids this weekend.